Buyers decide within 7 seconds if your home is right for them. 7 seconds to either make the right impression or the wrong one. Today, I'll show you how East Abbotsford homeowners can win the first 7 seconds with simple and high impact changes that help your home sell faster and for more money. The homes that sell the fastest aren't the biggest or newest. They're ones that create the strong first impression. Today, I'm going to make things simple. There are 3 key moments where a buyer forms that first impression and 7 practical ways you win each one. Make sure you stick around till the very end because the last tip will help you get the most money for your home. Let's dive in. Phase 1, the online appeal, winning the click. Truth be told, when buyers start their search, most of them started online. And there are certain things that helps the buyer determine whether they want to view a home or things that make them scroll past your home. If you don't win them online or get their attention, they won't get in their car to come see your home with the realtor or at the open house. The first practical tip is price your home at market value. Buyers now can access a lot of information online where they can access recent solds in your neighborhood, market trends, or any other questions that they might have. They can get that information from the realtor. On average, buyers are looking between 9 to 12 homes before they make an offer. So if your home is priced at market value, there's a very good chance your home can be part of those 9 to 12 homes that they want to take a look at. When buyers are viewing those homes online and in person, they begin to form a very good idea about how much average homes are selling for. So if your home is overpriced, there's a very good chance they'll scroll past it or they won't even consider booking a showing for it. Here's a thing a lot of sellers don't realize. When my team is working with buyers, we actually set them up on a home search, and it's based on a price criteria that they can afford or for a type of home they want to buy. So for example, if there's an average home in Augustin, let's just pick a price that's worth $1.1 million. If your home is overpriced by $50,000, there's a very good chance that home isn't being sent to them based on our MLS search, or they're even skipping or scrolling past your home. Other things that you want to pay attention to that impact buyer decision making is knowing the local market conditions. You want to know the sales to active ratio. There's 3 types of markets here in real estate. We have a buyer's market, balanced market, and a seller's market. A seller's market is anything between 0 to 3 months of inventory. A balanced market is 4 months to 6 months of inventory, and a buyer's market is anything with over 6 months of inventory. You also want to pay attention to the active listings in your neighborhood. Right now, for example, in the Abbotsford detached market, there's 8 months of inventory. So that means 1 out of 8 homes are selling, 7 out of 8 homes are not selling. Other things to keep in mind is how many sales have occurred in the last month. Are sales going up or down month to month? Interest rates and what's happening overall in the provincial and the federal economy impacts buyer decision making. Tip number 2, professional photos. When buyers are looking at homes online, the one thing that captures their attention is magazine real estate photos. There was a recent study done comparing homes with professional photos in comparison to those homes that didn't have professional photos. And what they found with this study is homes with magazine photos sold on average. There was a recent study done where they were looking at homes that had professional photos taken in comparison to those that didn't. What this study revealed was these homes with professional photos sold up to more than $11,000 on average and 15 days faster. That's huge. You can take this one step further. You can combine the professional photos with the professional home video tour, where a videographer will make a video of your home, highlight the top features either inside your home, the exterior, and with the drone shots. And what this does is, when these 2 things are done correctly, it captures the buyer's attention and imagination 2 different ways. And you can take this one step further by getting a professional floor plan. So if there's a young family looking to buy a house in your neighborhood, they can look at the professional floor plan to see how big are the rooms, the living room, kitchen, and all of these things help with them booking a showing for your home. Phase 2, curb appeal. winning the drive up. The second first impression happens when they drive up to your house. Tip number 3, refresh your curb appeal. Buyers make decisions emotionally before they walk into your home. Small improvements can make a big difference. So as a homeowner, some things that you can consider doing is trim the brushes, mow the lawn, clean the driveway, touch up peeling paint, replace a worn mailbox, and sweep away leaves or cobwebs. One of the things me and my team notice is when we're driving through or helping sellers here in East Abbotsford in particular neighborhoods is when you drive through particular neighborhoods, one of the common themes you'll notice is the curb appeal on these homes is well maintained. The people that live in this neighborhood take pride in the cleanup of their home and the upkeep of their neighborhood. Phase 3, entryway appeal, winning the first step inside. The third moment happens when buyers are walking up to the front door of your home. Tip number 4, creating an inviting entryway. So some of the things that you can do as a homeowner is looking at the front door of your home. If it's worn out, one of the things that you can do is repaint it. Another thing to consider is replacing that door if it's really old. Other simple things are getting rid of spider webs and putting a new welcoming doormat. Tip number 5, make it smell fresh. One of the most underestimated things sellers don't pay attention to is bad home odor. One thing home sellers don't realize is bad home odor can dissuade a buyer right away within seconds. This could be due to cooking, pets, and the list goes on. If you have pets, folks, we understand, but one of the things that you can do to avoid this is lighting a candle or having universal scents in your home. Other things that you want to avoid are pet odors or strong cleaning products. Tip number 6, clean and depersonalize. One of the best things that you can do as a homeowner that will get you the top return on your investment is doing a deep clean of that home. That's doing a deep clean of the living rooms, bedrooms, bathrooms, the kitchen, cabinets, the oven, and the list goes on. So when you have prospective buyers walk in, one of the first things that they're going to realize is how clean the home is. And one of the things that we provide our seller clients is a complimentary home cleaning, either before we list the home or once at closing. And one of the things our cleaners are paying attention to is cleaning windows, light fixtures, baseboards, and a deep clean of the kitchen. Another thing you want to consider doing is removing personal photos and items out of your home. The reason for this is, folks, when a buyer walks into your home, they want to imagine themselves living there. You might have family photos from the last 10, 15, or 20 years, but this story is about the prospective buyer and why they should fall in love with your home. Other things that you might want to consider decluttering is bookshelves or moving extra stuff into a storage locker. This is one of the best things that you can do is if you lived in a home for 15, 20, or 25 years, there's a very good chance that you've gathered a lot of stuff in your home and you might not even realize that it's taking up extra space. So moving that extra stuff into a storage locker makes your home feel a lot more open and inviting than it might currently look. Tip number 7, make the kitchen shine. There was a recent study done that revealed buyers were paying most attention to the kitchen, and that influenced their decision-making process the most. And some of the things that you might consider doing is obviously a deep clean of the kitchen, counters, cabinets, decluttering, removing the extra stuff in the cabinets, cleaning the fridge, and removing any expired food. Simple things that you can do that cost no money are organizing the pantry, replacing light bulbs in the kitchen, cleaning the fridge, and removing small appliances that take up a lot of space. If you're thinking about doing a little bit extra things that can help increase your home value, some of the things could be replacing countertops, the backsplash, or even repainting the kitchen cabinets. As a homeowner, when you've lived in a home for the last 15, 20, 25 years, it's not an easy decision, and you might be even confused to where you want to begin. And you deserve clarity, confidence, and a process that feels simple and honest. If you take these steps, you'll not only win the first 7 seconds, but you'll make sure you sell your home to the right family, but along the same time where your home sells for top dollar and on average a lot quicker in comparison to other listings in your area. As a homeowner, are you wondering what's happening in your East Abbotsford detached market? That's why you need to watch my next video here, because I give you a simple breakdown of the market conditions in your neighborhood and what we're seeing through the front lines. Let us know about any questions or comments in the comments below. And if you found today's content valuable, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button so we can keep spreading the good work we're doing here. I'm Dhindsa, and we'll see you next week.